It's like you brought this up. You have the mustache on.
If he's skin lipped, no, you can't ask him.
This is so weird.
I gotta say, there's never been a better time for a green object to be thrown into the bunker than this right here. Never been a better time.
Wow, what a waste.
Yeah.
How is the in-law relationship? Is it typical mother-in-law?
Oh, it's
like
great.
that? No? Yeah.
It's great.
Like just, talking
What are you trying to do today, Rich? What are you trying to do? This is absurd.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dan's Golf World Show, right here on the one and only Sports Illustrated Network, SITV. If you're not yet, hit that follow button on Spotify, YouTube, or whatever you're tuned into at this moment in time. I got to tell you guys, we were debating a little bit on sports here before the show. We were talking about grit among teams. I'll tell you who's got some grit. You want to know who?
Go for it.
Vince Whaley. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, Rich, if you look close in the background of this picture, there's a floating object in the background.
No way.
Yes. We're talking about danger in the waters. And this guy went ankle deep with this this prehistoric thing just staring him down.
Are they playing in Florida?
Where were they playing? Were they playing down in Florida?
I believe so.
Was it Scotland? No.
I lived in Florida for a couple years, went to school down there, and somebody told me something that I believe to be 100% true.
Go on.
Because I was asking, because I didn't know about alligators. I grew up here in Chicago. We don't have stuff like that around here.
No, you kidding? We got bluegill.
Right? And so I was like, well, how do you know if there's an alligator in the water? He's like, is the water wet?
Then there's an alligator in the water.
That's the answer.
Now, it's one thing to know that there should be alligators in the water. It's another thing to see that it's actually physically watching you.
That's so crazy.
No, it's terrifying.
Sneaking up on him.
It is. That thing is creeping towards him at a
And
very
you don't know
specific-
what's in the water.
Well, right, and he's not the only one. You know what I mean? Like, where's Uncle Huge Alligator who's down below because he ate a bunch of rocks and he's sitting at the bottom? I don't know. Well, here's the thing I'm going to tell you. Already, I'm not usually the guy who's going ankle deep. And that's even in our local area where we don't have.
Talking about golf.
Yeah, thank you. where we have nothing terrifying in the water other than I don't know, like a beaver.
Water moccasin.
Water moccasin, maybe. I don't know.
Beaver's got big teeth though. Take a chunk out of your Achilles.
Slow and methodically until you fall over.
Even though that looks like it was a little gator, now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look like it was a full grown.
Don't care though.
Yeah, but they live for hundreds of years. So what's full grown? They just always grow.
Well, plus that thing's got some spunk. You know what I mean? Like an angry teenager alligator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's mad at his mom.
The sad part is that thing did not move a muscle.
I think that's probably a highlight.
Yeah, I don't think it's sad.
Yeah.
Wait, you wanted him to get attacked?
Well, and here's the thing. They're saying it was about a 6-footer. So that's not tiny.
No.
I mean, the thing
No,
right
it's
off the bat's
massive.
bigger than you. Right off the bat. I mean, even though if anyone asks, I'm right about 6 feet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Same.
Josh is 5'2", so it's twice as.
Yeah.
And then me and Rich
Short
are good
stack.
6'4".
No, you was talking about you. You was talking about you, not me.
No.
Well, and so they're estimating it was about 20 feet away. And at 6 feet long, I mean, this thing's basically 3 quick body lengths of swim away, which those
Fractions of
tails are
seconds.
powerful. I mean, that thing's moving immediately towards you. Once those eyeballs disappear, you're cooked.
I heard somewhere that alligators can go 30 miles an hour.
Oh my God. Well, I mean,
It's short distances, but
yeah. And in water, I mean, that's their jam. I mean, on land, they got that kind of spaz out run where their feet kind of go wide,
Right.
which still I wouldn't trust them.
Not
But
at
you
all.
see these things, they climb like chain link fences. You know what I mean? These things are essentially water ninjas. Yeah. I don't know. That is not for me. I just don't think you're going to find me going for that shot.
Oh, hell no.
Is that the actual picture?
I believe so.
Nice.
I believe so.
That's what
looks
Happy
about the
Gilmore
right
for sure.
size,
I know it
right?
was.
I just know it was a low res image, and it seemed the article that
Yeah.
I found it from. I think that's right.
Who's the dude that lost his
Chubbs,
hand?
we're thinking of you.
Chubbs. Yeah, a moment of silence for
Yep.
Chubbs.
No.
Thank you.
Another moment's time for Carl Walters. Weathers. Carl Weathers.
Why'd you say for that?
No, I said because it's true. He passed away like in the last year. It's the least we could do.
Yes, fair enough.
The guy
Chubbs.
the
That's
guy who
Chubbs.
played him in like Apollo Creed. And, yeah.
That's why I was doing it.
That's why I thought we were doing it.
Oh,
That's what I
didn't know what it was
thinking.
real name.
Oh, you thought I was doing it for Chubbs in the movie?
Yeah.
The wooden hand. That thing got broke like 6 times.
No, he died in the movie because he died in real life.
No, he died in the movie first.
Well, they had to kill him in the movie because he died.
No, he died in the first one, didn't he?
He died.
No,
in the
but he
fir-
was a ghost that was still alive.
Well, yeah, but he was dead.
Well, fair. He was dead, but he was
He was a
he
ghost.
was a ghost that was still alive.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
It's like Yoda's not dead.
Happy Gilmore's real. So it just whatever we're saying, that's all yes.
I love that his hand was like permanently like this all the time. Like he couldn't glue back other fingers or something, you know.
There was like the painted sections and splintered wood and like chaos. Just a quick question, quick show of hands.
Go on.
You're playing a golf tournament for a ton of money. Are you going ankle deep with this thing out there in the water? You got cameras, you got everybody everywhere. Obviously, you don't want to look like a wimp.
Go back to that other picture real quick. So who was this guy?
That was our guy, Vince Whaley.
And Vince Whaley, what was he ranked that day?
I think he was like T91. No, I don't know.
As far as that goes, that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Not T91.
No.
I think he was up there. He ended up parring this hole too.
To make par from the Gator is crazy.
For me, it's top 10. If I'm top 10, I'm doing it. If I'm not, I'm not.
I think I'm doing it. Like it has to be a tournament though.
Josh is just doing it.
Purposely hitting his ball in the
He's just
water.
playing a round of golf and he's out there.
He's throwing like raw chicken legs out there just to get the thing
Smack in
going.
the water like they do.
Hey,
you
I'll
know?
Steve Irwin that shit right there.
We got to get out of there.
Karaoke.
Now, would you rather do that or switch to lefty and you're standing on ground then?
Oh
but you
yeah,
have to
I'm
shoot
good.
lefty?
I'm not in.
Oh,
the,
yeah, that's
I'm-
right.
I'm not in the water there.
You know what? You bring up a great point.
I'm not in the water
For
there.
once ever, there's a slight advantage to being lefty.
I'm not in the water there.
T91, you're not in the water.
Yeah.
So here's a question.
you're
'Cause
facing it.
since you can hit both ways basically the same good, can you actually bring 2 sets of clubs with you and like
You're gonna have
carry
14.
lefties and righties?
Well, you have your club max. You can go like righty 9 iron, lefty 8 iron, righty. I don't know.
Right, you know.
I could have sworn there was a pro player that like hit one way and then putted the other way.
That's wild. No,
I
you're only allowed to go one way.
Yeah, like I think he was a lefty. He would hit everything lefty, but then he would putt righty.
But I could really
Guy's an
see,
idiot.
I could really see you taking one club out of your bag and putting it in the other thing, or maybe 2 of the 14 or something like that. You know, in cases like this, all right, if I get stuck in here and I get in a weird, you know, in the bunker or get in the water like this or something like that.
I've
you know?
also gotten used to like flipping clubs.
Fair.
So I mean, I should be able to hit it flip.
So you got tricks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I feel like for us bad golfers, we're likely in a scenario at least once around where it's like, if I could hit lefty here, it might be a better angle. And
it's only
like,
once.
yeah, I said at least.
Just buried up against a stump.
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
No, for me, I'm kicking that ball over.
Oh,
I'm not playing off the
1000%.
stump.
Or even like, you're right. If there's like a root kind of sticking up, I'm
No.
not ruining the club. I'm not doing it. I'm
No.
sorry. I'm sorry. You're still going to owe me the money.
Right.
Like, you know, even though I'm kicking the ball, I'm using some foot wedge.
I'm also not playing in a divot in the fairway. If I happen to make it in a fairway like 2 or 3 times and one of them's in a divot, no, I'm not playing out a divot.
I'm also cleaning my mud ball. If I got a mud ball and we're not playing lift clean in place,
Right.
well, I'm lift cleaning in place, and I'm sorry.
100%.
It's just happening.
Now, would you think that why doesn't he get any relief from that?
Because he doesn't want to take the
'cause-
stroke penalty.
Right.
So-
He's just playing it as it lies to not incur any stroke penalty.
Well, why is it then when someone puts it on the cart path, they could have a free?
it's different because cart paths aren't marked as either hazard or out of bounds or whatever it is. Cart path is like a man-made intrusion to the golfing area, whereas this is more of like a natural feature that you have to play around like a tree or whatever else.
I also learned early in the year, what was that course that their sand bunkers were hazards?
No, they weren't hazards. They were they were considered waste,
areas, which
Waste
means you
areas.
could ground your club and
Yeah.
take practice swings.
Every bunker is a waste area to me. I don't care what course I'm on. It's a waste area.
Well, at Sanderson's Farms, we had a little bit going on in the bunkers. We had a moment where 2 balls ended up just directly next to each other, touching in the bunkers.
This was crazy.
Wild. And it's not even that like they both landed like there together. They were separate, but the one ball hits the other ball and it moves it down and they land into like the same resting area. And the worst part is the guy who hit in the bunker first had a much better lie before the other guy comes along and hits his ball and moves into a garbage lie, which is like, all scooped out. Like, first of all, a little bit of raking etiquette here. I don't know what's going on. We got a lot of, they're in like a swale of sorts.
No, I think that swale was created
That's
from the
from the
first
ball.
ball.
That was from the ball.
That's from
The
the
first
ball.
The other
ball
ball
made that, and the other one hit into that and rolled back into it.
Again, you know what? I'm moving it. That's your fault. You shouldn't have done that.
I gotta say, there's never been a better time for a green object to be thrown into the bunker than this right here. Never been a better time.
Wow, what a waste.
I will say though, it is cool, like for the ruling, how the second guy was able to rake the bunker before he went, because that's definitely a better lie than what he has now.
Which is fair. It's like, it's crazy to think that like, you have to move your ball, mark it, and then the guy just whacks and makes a mess, and then you just have to hit from his mess. Like,
What was the actual ruling? What did they do?
let's see here. Well, so the whole thing played out rather interestingly because in the bunker, there are so many rules. Like you can't ground your club, you can't touch anything, like, yada, yada. So as they called over the rules official, he's like, okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pick up your ball, but you can't clean it.
Right.
So he has to like just set it down in the grass. I'd have been like, set it. Get some of that sand off. Yeah. You didn't say how hard I could set it. Well, local model rule 31B6. Yeah, so he has him, so like Eric Cole's in there with him and Garrick Higo, and they're going back and forth. And he's like, okay, Eric Cole, you got to go in, you got to mark your ball, and then you can take a club length over and then remark it. And he's like, well, as I'm measuring my club length, am I like allowed to set my club down? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. Because again, he's like, well, wait, you just grounded your club.
Right.
Well, I wasn't grounding my club. I was marking my ball up and over. And
could you imagine on both of those, like he pulls his ball out and he's like, nope, you cleaned it, that's a stroke, or no, your club touched, you should have hovered your club. Like,
yeah, well, I think that's what these guys were terrified of. Like, I'm listening to you, but
doing
like,
exactly what you're telling me.
ooh,
Got
Now,
you good.
if there's playing the Stymies,
yes.
would he have to hit that?
What's the
Stymie's the old putting rule where if two guys are on the green and you used not be able to mark your ball. So if you're between me and the hole, I would have to chip over you on the green. Like,
could you imagine if like the Ryder Cup, they're just like Stymie rules, home team just says
first of
it.
all, I think that should be captain's choice. We're playing Beth Page.
Yep.
We're trimming down the rough to like moderate, fairway and playing Stymies.
There we go.
Good luck, John Rahm.
Stymies is when you have to go over or when you can hit it.
You have to go over.
yeah.
Or when they can
Well,
mark.
just
Okay.
the ball stays, it doesn't move.
Because I've heard it in, like, I've heard people say that in like mini golf.
Stymies?
Like stymies is referred to like, can you hit the ball? Like hit somebody else's ball.
Oh. Well, in pro golf, stymies were the period of time before you can mark your ball and you had to hit over
So
it.
we're just taking straight divots in the green then.
No, they were so good at it. I mean, it was just so clean. It was just like a nice little sweep of the club. There would be like not even like any bruised turf.
Wow.
But now, like, guys just, taking a strip.
Oh my God.
How bad do you think I would leave a green if I was playing Stymies?
Oh, jeez.
Well, I mean, first of all, I doubt my ball would be in the way of yours because I'd be so close to the hole. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I don't know how they do that. Like when you see guys just like barely graze the grass and the leading edge never touches, like I think we all would be damaging some green.
Well, you're also not taking a full stroke. You're putting. You're just putting with a wedge. Like you're not full on swinging in the green.
Well,
you're only going from here to there.
You still got to get it up.
No, I get that, but like you don't have to. You're not taking. What my point is, you're not taking a full stroke. Like,
But here's what I'll tell you. We've seen it a million times. I've done it, maybe 500,000 times myself. You're just barely off the green. Greens are rolling quick. So I just need to take like a little boop and just get it on the green and it's going to start rolling. And you make contact with the ground first and it decells and it stops and the ball goes nowhere. Or you hit the ground and the club bounces up and then you just blade it and it just shoots across the green.
That's fair.
So what was the rule then if you did hit it? So like, let's say I was getting ready to chip over it and I just bladed the hell out of it and hit the other dude's ball.
You know what?
Balls
Honestly,
in play. No, that's just what it was. Like it's just ball in play.
like oops a daisies.
Yeah, you're trying not to hit his ball because you're trying to go in the hole. And so, but if you hit his ball,
But you still can hit it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
my
it's
my
like
dad
bocce.
did that.
Yes.
Dude, my dad told me the story one of the last times he went golfing. A family friend of ours hit a dart on the green. And then my dad had to like chip up or something. Well, he hit his ball and his ball went in the water.
Brutal.
Oh,
And it's so unfair.
But of course,
that
he was
counts,
like,
though.
here, put it back. You're good.
Like, I think in actual rules, though, like if you're playing a tournament, I think his ball's in the water.
I
Well,
think
you would
so.
mark it so it wouldn't happen, right?
No,
'cause
no.
they were coming off.
Oh, they were off
both
the
in
green,
the
right.
fairway.
You don't mark your ball
right.
until everyone's on the green.
It's just one of those things where it's so unlikely to happen that it's like, who cares? Right?
Well, and some guys do like they'll be on the green and they'll want to jog up there and mark their ball because this guy where he's chipping from, it could interfere.
Oh, so you can do it.
Yeah, you have the ability to do it, but like if both guys are 100 yards out, like rarely is one guy like yogging up there.
sprinting 100 yards
Wait.
while he's supposed to get 40 seconds.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a new job on the PGA Tour. Just a ball marker guy.
Super athletic caddies.
Add him on the team. Add him on the
39,
team.
38, 37.
36.
It's kind of one of those interesting scenarios you don't see quite often where we're in the bunker. We got the rules official. We're like marking and moving and raking and placing, but don't wipe your ball off because then you're like, you go to timeout for like 20 minutes, the whole thing. They got to call your mom.
Yeah, it's unfair.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. I will say though, whenever I see these bunker moments, particularly fairway bunkers, I'm reminded of one of the greatest tips that I heard from Rory McIlroy.
Go on.
And I know we're sort of in the season of the year where we're not giant Rory fans, but
Wait, what season is that?
Every day.
Ryder Cup, when he's on team we don't want you to win.
Okay, just Ryder Cup.
Yeah, pretty much because I like Rory.
Whenever
I'm not
it's less than
anti-Rory.
2 years to the next Ryder Cup.
Yeah,
That's what I
whether
am.
it's like the 2-year window before or after.
Yeah.
I just
No
I
Rory.
feel like I'm such a back and forth with Rory. Like,
I'm not.
Neither am I.
Are you just back or just fourth?
I'm fourth.
Full fourth.
fourth that you are.
May the
a
fourth
fan?
be with
No.
you.
No, okay. You're just never a fan of Rory. See, but the thing is like when he's in TGL and all his interviews and all that kind of stuff like that, like when we were down there and it was Rory and the rest of his team. So
Yeah.
it was Rory, it was Keegan, and who was the other two guys?
Was
Sorry,
it
the two
Adam
guys. Who it was.
Scott? Or
Ludberg?
Who wasn't on this team? I don't remember.
No, Lugberg's on the black team. From
It's not
LA,
Kisner, is it?
The LA team.
Yeah,
but
I
anyway.
think it was Adam Scott. Yeah.
I'll get it.
It was Boston Commons.
The entire question group, every single question was just for Rory. The other guys just stand up there and don't do anything until Dan asked Keegan about his mustache. Like that was the entire thing. Like, and so I do feel bad for Rory sometimes because that's just his life always. Just everybody's asking Rory every single question. Where the other guys,
it was the same thing with Jupiter whenever Tiger was up there.
Yeah.
But you would see like Tom Kim like kind of would exaggerate it. He'd just be standing there like,
yeah.
Well, it's like you're the number 2 golfer in the world.
yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
But
I don't
anyway,
get him.
But my point is so with Rory, that's why I kind of like sometimes I'm a fan, sometimes I'm not. Like I felt like after he won the Masters and like he was just insufferable for a while, and then he started having some good moments, and then Ryder Cup happens and he loses his mind.
Late.
So-
That you owed one.
yeah.
It's like the swear jar was -1.
But he's just like, I mean, who takes a flag and covers people's names?
Well, I did have this moment at the Masters when I was there where, I was kind of back and forth and I was like, Rory, whatever, like, who cares? Like, let's let Justin Rose get the win. Like, how much more, how much funnier would that be? And it was like the moment was getting closer and they went back to do the playoff hole again. And I realized I was like, I have 2 options to root for. This moment that's sort of like ironic and funny and Justin Rose wins over Rory McIlroy and that'd be cool and everything. I'm like, or for the rest of my life, I get to say I witnessed the 7th Grand Slam in history.
Yeah.
And there was a kind of a flip moment. I was like, you know what? I actually feel like for like long-term memory of this game and this moment that I, get to be nearby sometimes, that there's something a little more special about witnessing the completion of a Grand Slam. And I had like a switch moment where I'm like, Rory, make one of those putts.
I'm happy
any
you
one
said
of
that.
them.
I'm happy you said that. I kind of have a similar experience with Rory. Obviously, I've hated him more as the Ryder Cup has come along and come and gone and whatever in the 2-year rule. But it was something about the fact that he was like choking it away again.
Yeah.
And it was like, this was the time he had the lead and it felt like, what Masters was it? Where he choked like a
like
that huge Sunday lead.
I think it was like 2013 or
Whatever,
something, and then he
yeah.
was like fighting it ever since.
Exactly. And there was a small part of me that was like, I don't know if I could watch him have his dreams crushed on TV again. Because it is
I could.
Now I could.
That's fine.
Now I could. I'm
mean,
with you.
He would have to be on like permanent watch, or at least
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean, like some sort of like protective custody.
Right.
It was almost
weeks
like bigger
after.
than golf. It was like on a human level. I started to
Yeah.
feel for him a little bit.
Like, come on, like
Yeah.
just the kids help the kid up on the monkey bars. Like,
come
what's going
on,
on
man.
here? Like,
He's small enough, he might not be able to reach it.
the apologies are still heading out after the Ryder Cup. It seems like there hasn't been enough made, and we're all trying to get the right quantity of apologies so that way everybody can calm down and feel good. And it even came from the PGA of America, all the way from the very top, the CEO, he's in apologizing. We got the president, he's in apologizing. And these guys' apologies weren't good enough.
And what are they apologizing for? Having the tournament in New York?
We're so sorry it went exactly how we knew it would.
It's in New York. What do you expect?
Well, and also, like, what is it his duty to apologize for? Like, did he say that? Was he out there like Rory's like, kick him out. He called me a. That's the
Technically,
president of the PGA team.
Technically, he did employ somebody who was like, F Rory.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, like that, literally on his payroll.
Like on his payroll.
You paid her to say that.
But just to revisit that for like 2 seconds,
Please.
I saw her on Call Her Daddy this week. I'm not
What?
even
How did that
kidding.
go?
I didn't watch the episode. I saw the clip. I was like, oh, I recognize her, and then moved on with my day.
Literally thought you were like, happened to already be watching.
Oh, yeah.
it.
She showed up to the studio.
Oh, no way. She's on this week. Nice.
JR, we all
way.
know you're in the daddy gang.
Daddy gang.
What's so funny is he didn't even care enough to watch. He's just like, oh, she's on there.
Information confirmed.
Oh, look, she was on there. Yep. That's
Like,
it.
I'll mention this tomorrow.
What did he
and-
talk about? I don't know. I didn't watch the clip. I just saw she was on there.
I'm seeing clips of that show from the episode with, what's her name, Alicia Curry?
Alicia Curry?
Yeah, Steph Curry's wife. Yeah, that was a tough watch for a few clips.
Any hot takes?
She said she didn't want to have kids or get married, even though she has a whole family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Mom, shut up.
And then like proceeded to say that like Steph never understands me and stuff like that.
Wow. Nothing like being the misunderstood basketball wife. Like, anyway, I'm going to go buy stuff. Like, whatever.
Anyways, the Birkin store's about to close.
Wow.
So who else was apologizing here?
Well, it was kind of ultimately the PGA of America getting like the right quantity of apologies out. And finally, the president, he was giving some apologies. The CEO was giving some apologies. Some of them were going out on like their personal LinkedIn. And they're like, I guess those apologies weren't good enough. But I do think we finally like capped off the full total with the CEO saying it's unfortunate that people crossed the line that week. There's no place for that at the Ryder Cup, no place for that in the game of golf. I plan on apologizing to them. So I guess he was going to reach out personally as well. I would think you would maybe have already done that. Like, hey, listen, I'll call him.
I'll get to it later.
I got a bunch of texts to get back to, and then pick up my dry cleaning.
I mean, did he call all 12 players plus coaches and managers and
Or was there like a Zoom invite you were welcome
Right,
to join?
Like, it was just a pre-recorded text video that he sent to each of them.
Hi, this is the
Voice
PGA
sensitive.
president.
It's got like 7 different like pass it takes depending on what they say.
Right.
yeah. Well,
Shane Lowry can't figure out how to open it on his phone.
Or did they all have to put their VR goggles on?
And he just shows up, sits down in the chair. in front of him.
I love that they went through that whole thing with the VR goggles and still complained it was that bad.
well, apparently they weren't programmed well enough.
Well, I mean, Dan said it was that bad.
I mean, there were moments.
I mean, you literally had people on the payroll chanting F Rory. Like, that's like next level.
Well, it was also such a level of failure of like, let's Bryson, DeChambeau, USA. Like they couldn't get like the rhythm or anything. Like, oh, I know one.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's do a DeChambeau one.
Hey, they stood on business.
Yeah. Well, do you guys think we're good now? Everybody's apologized enough. Like apologies are done and over.
I want to forget about the Ryder Cup because we lost.
It was never necessary to apologize in the first.
I'm already
Yeah.
looking forward to 2 years from now.
Yeah.
It's actually
President's Cup next year.
23 months away.
Oh, we're gonna
That's
dominate
where
the
I'm at.
President's Cup. We're gonna win the President's Cup by 1 trillion.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. The President's Cup is essentially like a PGA Tour event.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, you know, the one thing that I have found interesting is the confusion, if you will, between PGA of America and PGA Tour. And
I'm still confused by that.
it's confusing because on one hand, they're two entirely separate organizations, have like zero internal connection, even though their players played each other's events, yada, yada. They are 100% not the same thing, though they used to be. Okay. You guys want to know how we got there?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did a little deep dive last night.
I love it.
Let's hear this history.
All right, I'll take you down a little road. But I feel like in order to fully understand the landscape of the organizations behind not only just professional golf, pretty much all of golf, we're going to take a trip down kind of the historical memory lane, if you will. And it all starts with these dudes whacking a ball around with sticks out in the middle of Scotland. Of course, golf.
We're going way back.
We have to.
Let's start with humans, actually.
Yeah. It was cavemen. They're like
There's dinosaurs running around.
well, that's where a golf club comes from as a club. Just like, you know, yeah, you drag your caddy by his hair and like have your club.
I can see in the comments now.
Big dinosaur
Humans
bone
and
club.
dinosaurs were not at the same time.
Back in 1754,
Definitely
Dinosaurs were around.
Definitely.
Yes. The Royal and Ancient Golf Club of St. Andrews was formed and became the very first governing body of golf. And they decided, hey guys, we need some rules here. It's getting a little out of control. Everybody's just, you know, hitting the balls around the sandy slopes here in Scotland. We got to formalize things. In 1860, they decided, hey, let's hold a golf tournament. And what did they start? Hold on, let's dig through the pile. Hold on. Here we go. Here, you hold it up. The Open Championship. We had our first major. 1860. You know what I mean?
Yep.
See what we're doing here?
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, yeah. That was held at Prestwick, of course.
British Open.
Thank you. It's the British Open. I'm so glad you did that. A little bit of time after that, golf starts catching on in the United States. The USGA is formed in 1894 because they said, hey, you know what? If you guys are making rules and you guys are doing all that business, well, then the United States needs a governing body as well.
Fair.
And so essentially what they did is made a duplicate of the same thing and called it the USGA. And the very next year, they started the U.S. Open. We now have two majors as of 1895.
Who's that signed by?
That was the very first U.S. Open winner, Bryson DeChambeau, from 1895. Yeah.
Is that really Bryson's signature?
Yeah.
No, we forged it before the show.
And it says, keep it salty on there.
Oh, that's
Isn't that kind of
awesome.
fun? Yeah.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing.
I can't keep up with all Dan's swag that he gets.
The very first
place
U.S.
he's going.
Open, played at the Newport Country Club, had 9 players, 18 holes, and a trophy about the size of a teapot. That was the first U.S. Open. Okay, yeah.
So when they said U.S. Open, it was just 9 dudes like, I'll play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because if it's open to anybody, right?
That was all of the golfers there were.
It's
all
like-
9 golfers
All 9
played.
golfers.
Could you imagine it's like all their first time golfing too?
6 of them it was.
Yeah. And one guy's like, hey, I'm now a U.S. Open winner. Yeah. That's going to be important someday, I imagine. Now I get to be scraped into a trophy for the rest of
That's
history.
like getting in Bitcoin early.
Right? Like buying a pizza.
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Again, we're trying to figure out the PGA of America versus PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're not there yet. In 1901, the PGA of Great Britain and Ireland, GB&I,
Gibby.
yeah, was formed. And what they decided, we have all these golf courses popping up. Well, we need people who know need to know how to run these things. And they officially started classes and certifications to teach guys how to run golf courses and all that. And the U.S. in classic fashion said, hey, well, then we need one too. And in 1916 was the formation of the PGA of America. Yeah.
America!
And in that very same year, they launched our third major, the PGA Championship.
Wow.
Yes.
You're such a good Vanna White over there.
Look at you.
So good.
Valhalla White. If you will. Thank you.
Look at this guy.
Yep. So basically, what they were representing the club pros, the teaching pros, all of like kind of building the staff and the workforce behind this growing community of golf courses that were just exploding all over the place. Well, here was the thing. They got the PGA Championship. These club pros are like, hey, this is kind of fun to compete. We should like kind of start cruising around and playing against each other. How fun would that be? So the PGA of America started hosting tournaments, and these club pros started driving around playing in these tournaments, playing against each other. And it was the beginning of touring professional golf. As time went on, they even started their own organization within it to now allow these guys to start doing it full time. And we had ourselves, what was it called? The Tournament Players Division of the PGA of America. Yeah, kind of interesting. Well, along this time, right around there, some guy goes, well, wait a second. We got the US PGA of America guys, and you've got the PGA of Great Britain and Ireland. What if we see whose guys are better? Yeah, okay. Well,
it's a long travel, so they probably should only do it every other year, though.
You know, that they didn't conclude that quite yet, but at least the seed of the idea that maybe they should try and do it landed, if you will. Let's see, where'd the guys? Oh, Samuel Ryder. Samuel Ryder. See how this is all coming together, guys?
I see where this is going.
Yeah. In 1927, he was like, hey, we should like see who's got better ones.
Right.
You know, our guys versus your guys. And so began the very first Ryder Cup. And what they decided, okay, PGA of America, because this guy, Sam Ryder, he sold like seeds. He was like a seed importer or something. He didn't know how to put on golf events. So PGA of America was like, well, hey, whenever it comes to the US, we'll put that one on. And then the PGA of GB and I, they're like, well, when it comes over here, we'll just put that one on. And so became the early ownership of the Ryder Cup, and why the PGA of America still to this day puts on the Ryder Cup and owns the US rights to it. But the PGA of GB and I, they didn't keep ownership that long. For a while, they still don't have all of it. Turns out they weren't awesome at putting on golf tournaments because they didn't have a major. You know what I mean? Okay, I know. We're still moving along here. Shortly after, the U.S. was dominating so bad with Great Britain. It was to start, it was only Great Britain, which meant they had guys from England and Scotland. We were destroying them. They're like, well, hey, what if you guys include Ireland? Maybe if you have like a bigger pool,
right,
that'll help. So in the late 1930s, they include Ireland. And just as Ireland is about to come over and play in their first Ryder Cup, World War II pretty much broke out.
Oh, no.
So it took 10 years before the next Ryder Cup could happen. But when they did, Ireland joined. And the Ryder Cup team was now known as Great Britain and Ireland versus Team USA. We won a bunch of those still.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
Did they win any?
We were dominating 18 of the 22 events together.
Nice.
Were won by the USA. During this time, apparently 3 majors wasn't enough. So you get some guys, right? Let's see here. Let's take a look. We got, here we go. I got it. While professional tours were just taking shape, Georgia amateur named Bobby Jones and financier Clifford Roberts dreamed up something timeless. They built Augusta National in 1933, and the next year hosted the Augusta National Invitational, renamed the Masters in 1933. You got it? Yep. Okay, good. We're
Another
good.
flag. Let's go.
Yeah.
When you said Sam Ryder was the guy who made the Ryder Cup, I thought for sure like Tim Masters was coming around or something like that.
But here's the interesting part. They said, we don't want this to be affiliated with any governing body. So this is the only major that is completely owned by the golf course, by the organization, and the property itself, with zero affiliation with any of these other national golf organizations. We now have our 4 majors and the Ryder Cup. Here's the weird thing. At this point, the touring players are still underneath the PGA of America, but there was nowhere for the women to play. In 1950, the ladies say, well, we want somewhere to play golf. All of this stuff that's going on, PGA of America, all this stuff, had no room for ladies. So in 1950, 13 women got together and formed the LPGA, which is a standalone organization with zero affiliation to the PGA Tour, PGA of America, or any other PGA Tours, still to this day. I always thought it was like the women's side of the PGA Tour.
Yeah, it's all separate.
It is a completely separate organization with zero affiliation to the PGA Tour.
So is that
how is it's just like McDonald's America, and ladies McDonald's?
Well, apparently,
you know,
I don't get
like the term Professional Golfers Association is too universal, and everybody gets to take
so?
it.
Is that the same thing with the Champions Tour then?
We'll get there.
Okay.
If Liv just named theirs PGA
Yeah.
crazy or something.
Sorry.
So yeah, they start their completely owned, fully independent tour, but along the way, launch their own series of majors. They've got the Chevron Championship, with the LPGA owns, the KPMG Women's PGA, which is in partnership with the PGA of America. They've got the U.S. Women's Open in partnership with the USGA. They have the AIG Women's Open, which is in partnership with the R&A. And then they have the CME Group Tour Championship, which is back once again owned by the LPGA. They have 5 majors.
Is there a ladies masters too?
Not recognized by the LPGA, which is a standalone organization that has nothing to do with the PGA Tour. Okay, this is where it gets exotic, and I kind of love this part.
This is where it gets complicated?
Yeah, in the 1950s to 1960s, golf TV, it hits prime time. We've got the big names: Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, the big three, as they called them. They were pulling TV ratings that matched the World Series.
Wow.
Which World Series?
The
ones in the
baseball
50s.
one.
Baseball World Series? Okay.
Is there another one?
I thought there was a couple World Series.
The World Series of Poker. Like maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe that's what I was
Little
talking
League
about.
World Series, maybe.
Yeah. So they determined, they're like, hey,
Softball
why are
World
we
Series.
run by an organization that's teaching club pros how to fold t-shirts in the pro shop when we're out here brokering TV deals, sponsors, and competing against each other? So these 3 spearhead the way to say, we want our own breakout organization. We're leaving the PGA of America. And that's when they formed a separate organization called the Tournament Players Division, but the PGA of America still demanded to own it. So like, we want to break away. We're not in PGA of America. We're not club pros anymore. Like this, we've been doing this our whole life. They break off. They're their completely own thing. They hated it. They're like, why is your board voting again on what we're doing?
Right.
So in 1975, 25 years after the LPGA was formed, they completely broke free and renamed the tour the PGA Tour. A completely non-affiliated, has nothing to do with the PGA of America, has nothing to do with the LPGA, USGA, R&A, all these other Masters, you name it. They became their very own standalone entity. Yeah. Okay? Well, as golf is still on the rise, Team Europe is just getting crushed at the Ryder Cup. I mean, look, we got Gary playing, we got all these guys, well, whatever. No, he's not in the Team USA. Jack Nicklaus says, hey guys, this isn't interesting. Nobody likes watching it. What if you guys just lump in all of Europe and maybe people will tune in? And they're like, are you serious? Like, you'd let us do that? And he was like, yeah, I mean, we can't lose. Like, this is not even fun anymore. They lump in all of Europe. And in 1979, we had the very first appearance of Sevi Ballesteros. And now it became a real competition. We had something. Still owned by PGA of America and owned by PGA of GB&I. Okay? Yeah. Well, as time went on, they're like, guys, you guys suck at putting on events. You're no good at this. So they started the European Tour, and the European Tour was getting pretty good at putting on events. They're like, hey, well, we'll help you put on this event. We're good at doing it. And slowly over time, they just took over ownership of the Ryder Cup. And now you got the PGA of Great Britain and Ireland mad because they've just lost this gigantic tournament. They're like, yeah, but you couldn't put it on anyway. What do you want us to do? It's not our fault. They're like, so fine. European Tour is taking 60% ownership. We'll give PGA of Great Britain and Ireland 20%, and then they gave 20% for fun over to the Confederation of Professional Golf. So it's kind of divvied up between these entities.
Now, is that only when they're playing in Europe?
Correct. Only when they're playing in Europe. So PGA of America retained their ownership of the United States rights. And then,
So a couple weeks ago, PGA of America put it on here.
Yeah.
In 2 years, everything else you just said puts it on over there.
yeah, the Ryder Cup Europe LLP is the owner and responsible for that. And it's actually one of the biggest funding sources for the DP World Tour. Which, by the way, the European Tour in 2022 changed its name to the DP World Tour because they were the sponsorship deal with the Dubai shipping company DP World. That's why it's called the DP World Tour.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
that. It's like if they called the PGA Tour like the FedEx Tour or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Totally. Or like the DHL Tour, whatever.
UPS.
Yeah, I know. Over the course of the time, other tours started kicking off. 1966, the Canadian Tour launched. In 1980, the Senior PGA Tour launched. Are
those unaffiliated?
Those were now the Canadian Tour was completely on its own. And then the PGA Tour said in 2012, hey, let's partner. Maybe we could work something out. After 1 year, they said, screw that, and just bought the whole thing. And then it became PGA Canada Tour. But here's a great one. They also launched the Ben Hogan Tour in 1990, which went on to become the Nike Tour, the Web.com Tour, and now is what we know as the Korn Ferry Tour. It was originally called the Ben Hogan Tour, and that was designed merely for the fact to create a pathway for players to make their way into the PGA Tour. They owned it the whole time. Then, here in the last 2 years, they took PGA Canada, they took PGA Latin America, merged them, created the new PGA Americas Tour, which is the feeder tour to the Korn Ferry Tour. And once you play through all those and you retire, you can go play in the Senior Tour and have a great time. There's a whole bunch more here. We're not going to even go into it. Like, none of these are part of the PGA Tour. Like the Sunshine Tour down in South Africa, that's the feeding tour into the DP World Tour, started in 1971. The Japan Golf Tour, 1973, that started. They're on their own. They're affiliated with nobody, but they have some partnership events. Then launched in 1995, the Asian PGA Tour, which is not affiliated with the PGA Tour, just to add more chaos and confusion. However, until 2022, Live Golf put a massive investment into the Asian PGA Tour, and now they have ownership stake in that. And here we land in 2025 with Ryder Cups, all these majors, and still to this day, the PGA Tour owns 0 majors.
I have a question for you, Dan.
Go on.
We look back at all this history and you see like the tentpole moments of what made golf what it is today. Like 100 years from now, are we gonna have Live Golf as like one of the top moments in golf history of like this new tour being created, changing it from 4 days to 3 days? Is it going to be that much of like a cultural shift in golf, you think? Or is it just like a moment in the moment thing?
That's a really interesting question because I think it'll forever be like a blip in the radar when somebody does this deep dive on their ChatGPT at 2 o'clock in the morning. The question is, will it live on and be like, and this thing we know now as the Amazon Prime Tour used to be called Live and, whatever.
I can see that.
I don't know. I think it's tough. I mean, we did just see some reports that came out that they're like the European entity of Live Golf is on its 3rd year, $1.4 billion in losses.
Oh, yeah.
And that doesn't include the United States entity, which is held privately, so we don't know where they're at on that. But the whole thing kicked off with a $5 billion investment.
Right.
So they're a third of the way in, and they're, less than halfway through the change. So I don't know.
I have a question.
So it's, before you get into that, the Live Golf UK arm reported 395.9, so $400 million operational loss this year. That's just the UK.
This year.
Just this year.
It's wild.
So PGA Tour and PGA of America.
Yeah.
Are they like PGA Tour, PGA? Is that the same acronym for both of them, or do they mean different?
Well, the thing is, I don't know that PGA Tour ever writes it out in whole, like the Professional Golfers Association Tour, or if it's now just become a 3-letter term before the word tour.
Maybe when you're signing a check.
What's
to write out like the sense.
Yeah.
What's PGA of America then? Is it the exact same thing? The Pro Golfer Association of America?
Yes.
Okay.
All of the
PGAs.
So everything's the same when it comes to PGA.
I think so.
When it comes to name.
If they named TGL, PGA just to do it.
Yeah, this is PGA TGL.
PGA indoors.
Yeah, I just found that like really interesting to see kind of how over time these organizations came to be, broke apart, came together, split, stayed separate, never were the same thing ever again. And then to see kind of where the ownership lies within this. But again, kind of goes back to the point of the thing was looking through PGA of America, which is the PGA Championship, as well as Ryder Cup. Has nothing to do.
I see the clip now. It's just flag, flag, flag,
Yeah.
flag. Chair holding all the different flags up.
Having nothing to do with the PGA Tour.
And I'll cut out the first one where I turned it like 6 times to try to get it the right way.
That's kind of my favorite
First one
part.
was upside down.
Yep.
That's absolutely wild. So I feel much better now that I don't still have a grasp on any of this.
Yeah, it's wild.
Because it's so crazy.
It's dumb.
We were waiting for you to say something under the lies of PGA and PGA of America and confuse them so Dan could go into that.
Right?
But
It's funny
I
you
just
confuse that.
sat here quietly.
I have a 25-minute story to explain that one little thing.
Oh.
That even I was confused on. I'm like reading it. I'm like, and then in 1922.
Interesting you naturally brought that up in conversation.
Yeah.
It's crazy to talk about your mention the live golf and how much money they've lost and stuff like that. So they're saying, $400 million operational loss in 2023, a cumulative loss of 1.1 billion just in the UK arm, the 5 billion investment. Do we feel that the UK branch takes on more of the financial burden since most of them are played overseas? I mean, because US, they only have a handful of them that are here, right?
I think the real question is the signing bonuses. So like Dustin Johnson's signing bonus, does that come out of the US arm? And then does Sergio's signing bonus come out of the international arm, which is based in the UK? I don't know, because I would say probably the majority of the big checks were US based players. I don't know how that works, in terms of the.
Wait, really? You think so?
I would
for
say, well,
sure.
Phil Mickelson,
Yeah,
Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, Brooks Koepka.
never mind. You're doing only US guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
because if you look at the other side, who you got? Rom, Sergio.
but then at the same time, like Rom lives in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Like,
so-
who does he get his check from? You know what I mean? I don't know how that
you have
works.
to
he
keep
has
that
a
in
Spanish
mind.
passport, though, right?
I'd assume he's a dual citizen.
He's got to be.
Yeah, we're gonna need to see that debit card.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, it's like
Rami.
Bank of Spain, or
lives in Scottsdale.
is he down at like Chase on the corner?
Like I know Ian Poulter, he lives overseas.
Yeah, well, and a lot of these guys, Rory said he's like my wife's American, my kids are American. He goes, but I am not.
Yeah.
Just weird. Like
One of the
He has a
guys,
green card, right?
yeah, essentially, right?
one of the guys we played with, or you played with, was it Peters or
Thomas
was it
Peters.
Thomas
Yeah.
Peters. He's from Belgium.
And he lives in Belgium.
Yeah.
Like, as I was talking to him, like, where's home? He's like, it's Belgium. Like, how's the time change and everything? So we had a whole conversation about it. He's like, he actually, what he said, it was funny. He's like, I'm having a tough time this week. He's like, normally I don't have much of a problem coming over, but I just can't get my sleep schedule right at all this week. It's like,
It's got to be brutal.
right?
The 85 trillion degree heat that day probably wasn't helping either.
Yeah, I was feeling jet lag that
Well,
day.
and all those guys hate being out there.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
even
it's
if they
just-
say the heat doesn't bother them, I don't believe
Not even the heat, just dealing with like the slow play of golf and like all of these terrible shots and a bunch of amateurs running around looking for your ball and you can't find it.
trying to make conversation.
I was
with
fine that day until Rich dropped Dan's club head cover, and I decided to go run and grab it.
Oh yeah. And
Dude,
when
that
you-
was solid that you went and got that for me. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I felt like I
was
died
struggling
after.
carrying that. I'm like, hey, would you mind getting it? You're like, yeah, no problem. He takes off running. I'm like, oh my, that's bad.
the other guys in the group were like, "Is he okay?" Like, take off running.
Yeah.
yeah.
Josh thought about leaving you hanging there for the knuckles after you went out for it. I saw it.
I don't.
He was
wanna. I'm still hurt over that. I'm
Yeah.
wounded.
I was fine until that. Then it started going downhill.
still breathing heavy. Just,
I was struggling at that. We were like, that was like hole 8.
yeah, it was very
And
bad.
I was just,
Yeah.
Does anybody have any interest in discussing the Dunhill Links Championship? I mean, the weather got a little rough. That was kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah, they
Is
had
there a story there?
It's the lack thereof, I think, that is the story.
Yeah, the literal like fact that there's nothing interesting to talk about is what's so interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
another Brit won.
Are you getting FedEx points for this? Are you getting
No.
No, this is DP World Tour.
Yeah.
DP points?
Yeah, you raced
Okay.
it to buy points.
Definitely getting some OWGR.
But
Okay.
OWGR with another event that was less than 72 holes.
yeah, the tournament was officially reduced to a 54-hole event.
Oh.
So if they do get World Golf Ranking points for it, that would be quite hypocritical.
Yeah, that's...
Well, but
Ah,
I'm going to disagree with that one. I think if a tournament's scheduled for the 72 and you have to cut, you still can get points for that. Like, that's totally fine.
that's what Liv should do. Like they should. Like this is supposed to conclude on Monday. We just cancel it every time.
Yeah, but
there's a breeze.
but on what was it?
Sun's out today.
What was it? The LPGA tour when they had to cancel the event.
Yeah.
They all you need is 36 holes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I'm sorry. Every single one of these links courses just looks like St. Andrews to me. Every time I see one, I'm like, oh, that's St. Andrews.
That
for
is
sure.
St. Andrews.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they played at St. Andrews. They played 3 different courses this tournament. And that was one of them.
They played 3 different courses?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they played St. Andrews Old Course, Carnoustie, and Kings Barn.
that's hilarious.
I actually really like that.
That is crazy.
That is so funny. He goes, man, that really looks like
Yeah. I was like, they all look the same.
Looks like
It's
St. Andrews.
Those little bridges.
it's exactly it right there.
Yeah. Wow.
I do really like that, though, that they played 3 different courses.
It's interesting.
Like, rather than just the same one day after day after day after day, you know, like, no, you guys have to, like, hey, this course is going to be for this is going to be this, you know.
It's got to change it up because, like, you know, these guys arrive at a course, it suits them, or they played it a ton, or they're super comfortable at it. It's like, well, awesome for you on Friday.
Right.
Like, we'll see how it goes the rest of the weekend.
That's how they should do the Tour Championship. The Tour Championship should be like 4 different courses.
Well, I will say, like, I'm not a giant fan of it always going back to East Lake down by Atlanta. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see that mix it up a little bit, but
Agreed.
I have a perfect reference, but I can't think about it. Who was the guy that had to play it out of the water and they said
Sam
there
Burns.
was no sand? Yeah, this is Sam Burns right there. His ball right
yeah,
there.
they're like, no, we're not. There's nothing. Meanwhile, there's a bird bathing.
You're good, Sam. Loses the major because of it.
Yeah, they're like, no,
Like-
we're not. Maybe you're seeing something we're not here, Sam.
So bad.
Nothing.
But Team Europe's Robert McIntyre won.
He's had kind of a year, and I'm wondering, do we? Because again, I'm still Ryder Cup wounded, so I don't like to give people credit where it's due. But here's the thing: we'll throw it out there a little bit and decide if this is credit worthy. This year, or the last 16 months for Robert McIntyre, wins the Canadian Open with his dad on the bag, wins the Scottish Open on home soil, solo second at the U.S. Open, solo second at the BMW Championship, the European one, not the U.S. one, wins the Ryder Cup in U.S. With Europe, and now wins the Alfred Dunhill Links Championship.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like Robert McIntyre has the athletic shape of Shane Lowry.
I agree. Why does his arm look blown up there? Like he got stung by a bee or
Is
something?
is this wrong? When I was looking for pictures,
Most of what we say is wrong.
I actually had to like double take on this picture, make sure it was a man.
Oh my god.
Wow. Rich, hit the censor button.
That's not in the right way. Where's it at? There we go.
There we go. Wow.
Is that wrong?
Good for him.
Yes.
Screw him. Who
Yeah,
cares?
who cares?
It's still too
That's
soon.
where I'm
It's
at.
still
Like,
too soon.
Can't get me to care about a DP World Tour event in October after we lost the Ryder Cup 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Come on.
You've got 31 football games to watch this
Yeah,
weekend. You don't have
Jesus,
time for the
what are we
Dunhill.
doing?
So
The
happy.
Dunhill.
I am so glad it's football season.
I was happy
And
you
we
got
got playoff
shortened.
baseball,
Yeah.
October baseball.
I hardly got time for anything with all of that sporting event.
You're locked in on the
Coverage.
Dunhill Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I do feel like I have like nothing to watch right now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is
no,
like,
there's so much to watch right now.
well, that's the thing
Okay,
with
I have
golf and
nothing
other
that
sports.
I'm interested in watching.
There it is. Yes. Because you're a huge golf fan, but you don't
Thank you.
care about an October DP World Tour event, do you?
No.
Like a big football fan will watch a Thursday night game between the 2 worst teams in football.
Facts.
And like a lot of times I'm like, well, maybe I'll tune in so I can kind of talk about it on the show. But stuff like this, I'm like, Josh will get the notes.
Yeah.
It's
wow.
fine.
GPT's got it.
That being said, I was yesterday watching some Champions golf.
Really?
And it had to have been a replay because they're not playing live on a Monday.
Oh yeah.
Replay of the.
I think they do that on Golf Channel sometimes.
The ratings on that have to be astronomically low.
It's Golf Channel. It's already low.
Yeah, fair enough.
Jared, are the Cubs winning tomorrow night?
Yeah, I said I think they're going to win at home and they're going to lose game 4 at home.
I would like to see win both at home.
I'm sure you would.
I would like to see that. I mean, of course I need it. I want to see him sweep the last 3.
Give me that Bernhard Langer putter so the Brewers could just sweep away the Cubs.
Wow.
It's just
Not Bernhard. Don't bring him into this. That cheater.
I'm always up for dragging some Langer.
By the way, I don't know if it was Bernhard Langer, but it was somebody on the Champions Tour who was sweeping yesterday.
Sweeping.
And I was like, every time you're like, how is that not anchored?
It's like working at Sam's Club, just out there sweeping. Right? Yeah. Wow. All right. Hot take, question, opinions. Do you guys feel it is beneficial to get your significant other into golf or to keep it separate so it is like alone time, not another together thing to do? What is the optimal scenario in that?
You guys are the men in relationships here, so I'm going to sit back.
So I think I'm pretty fortunate. I would love if my wife started playing golf.
Yeah.
I think that I don't think she will ever get into it as much as I'm into it.
Yeah.
But to go out golfing with her, I think it would be great, you know? And she's still gonna, like, if I want doing a guys time golf, she's still gonna give me my time to go do guys golf too.
That's probably the key.
Yeah, that's
because
what
if
Faith
it's
does
like, honey, I got a 10 a.m. tee time Saturday. She's like, nice, I'll get my clubs. She's like, well, because the guys, there's not a. Well, what do you didn't think of? You don't include me, you know. And he turns the whole. You gotta quit golf.
I feel bad every time because me and Faith have gone out golfing a few times, and every time it's either raining or like
golf
it's cold.
sucks. Did you do that on purpose? You're like, we should play Tuesday at 6 because there's an 80% chance of being
Like,
terrible.
And the one of the times she actually took me out to go golfing for my birthday last year, and she's up on the tee box hitting, and she starts swinging, and I'm like, oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Oh no,
because you could tell from the initial backswing what's gonna happen on the down.
Just like a chop, a
Chop.
downward. Yeah,
Bounces off the tee box, right in the cheek.
her own. Like she hit
Yeah.
the ball and it hit herself.
Mhm.
Oh no.
And I'm like, that hit you, didn't it? Like after we sat back down in the cart, and you just see like a little tear come down. I'm like, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't understand the physics of that.
Because you top it so hard, like she pretty
she
much
just hit the top of it with the bottom of her club.
I think,
okay,
yeah,
I see.
like the
Wow.
odds of that happening. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, the odds of that happening, you're not going to do that again.
Yeah, it's very low.
So question.
2
are you-
holes later. You sad.
So to go with Dan's question, are you glad she golfs with you,
Yeah.
or do you wish she didn't golf with you?
I'm glad she does. It's just something we could do rather than like sit on the couch and watch shows and stuff.
How was he supposed to answer that on camera though? No, I hate when she calls with me. I mean, you trying to set him up?
I mean,
We're
it's
not doing that at all.
It's definitely different from going out with your buddies.
You sure
Way
you don't want to be
different.
alone?
I mean, you got to go into it with almost like a different mindset. Like you can't go out with your girl thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a partier like the boys. I mean, some guys still will do it, but like you.
It's a different
It's just-
mindset. You're
yeah.
like, we're not here to have fun. You know,
It's work now.
What's funny is because like I'm trying to get Monica to like golf and go out to golf because we're just both drinking buddies. Like,
Yeah.
so we go out and like, it would be so much fun to spend 4 hours with my drinking buddy and just go out and have a great time, you know?
It's love right there.
Yeah.
And it's the best because we only play from the reds. So like, I'm not gonna play from my tees.
You're
just
not
at the
tipping it
drive.
out.
Yeah. Like I'm gonna play where you're playing. We're gonna play the fronts, and we're gonna have a fun time. And we'll play like a scramble until we hit the green or like near the green, is depending on her mood. Like if she wants to chip, be like, okay, let's get up there, and then we'll separate, like score that way.
Oh, I'm
Or, like-
95% of the time scramble golf.
Yeah.
Like I don't
In any
care
scenario,
in
whoever
any
you're with.
scenario at all. If Dan and I are going out, it's just scramble golf.
Yeah.
Like if I don't care what it is.
pound
I'm
a good
scramble
drive. You're like, well,
golf.
I'd rather hit from there.
Yeah,
Like, that's
exactly.
way more
She-
fun.
I actually think she prefers going to like the simulators.
Oh, I can see
do
that.
I.
I can see that.
Put a drink order in,
Yeah,
you know, get
yeah.
some like a warm pretzel with cheese dip.
We got in the
Justin.
chat here, Dr. Ben Stone said, only if she wants to play golf, not if she just wants to hang out with me.
Oh, that's
fair.
an interesting sort of delineation there. Like, you're going to just ride along while I'm trying to do my thing, or are you like getting out of the cart and like attempting to do this frustrating sport with me?
See, I could go either way with that, but it's definitely not good. It's a drinking round though.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a like I'm playing serious round as you're just sitting
like
there
this is for
watching,
handicap. Could you please be quiet during my backswing?
No, this is a drinking round. Music's playing.
Yeah, pause the Bluetooth.
Yeah, no.
I'm like 171 out.
Right.
Yeah.
But I could, if it's a serious round, I don't want just somebody watching me the entire time, judging.
I wonder though, like if you get to the point eventually, and again, you got kids, so it's harder, you know, babysitters and all that. It's like, listen, you've golfed twice and I haven't golfed. It's my turn. So you don't get to go, like you've golfed more than I have.
Oh, so it moves into that. You have to stay home with the kids and I'm going
like, because I'm super into it now.
Yeah.
And now I'm going out golfing when it's fun time to golf.
Nightmare situation.
Yeah. All right. Now, as an outsider, obviously, what is your perception of this? Like you love to have somebody that you're in a relationship with that you could golf with, or no, I see this as guys' time, stay home and, not come with.
I am on Rich's side here with, I think it's nice to have that where like, oh, you guys can go out as a couple and, play 18, but also like when I'm golfing with my boys, Don't think you're invited to that. Like, it's an exclusive club.
Cool, I'm riding along.
Yeah.
Don't bring your book.
But I think that goes with anything in life. Like it's a good healthy relationship. There's sometimes I want to go watch football with the boys, but 9 times out of 10 I'm watching football with my wife.
Yep.
Like, you
need that 10th
just,
time.
Just sometimes, and maybe it's 8 times, maybe it's 1 time, maybe it's 10 times. I don't know.
See, I have 3 different mindsets I have when I have to go out depending on who I'm playing with. It's
All
the
right.
boys, the fiance, and then the in-laws. Because her family likes going out and golfing. Like there was one time I wasn't able to go. They had like 6 or 8 people just in their family just out playing 9 holes.
How is the in-law relationship? Is it typical mother-in-law thing?
Oh, it's
like
great.
That? No, yeah,
It's great.
Yeah.
Like just, talking.
What are you trying to do today, Rick? What are you trying to do? This is absurd.
What are you talking about? What am I doing here?
So no like regrets at all about like your
It's just like overall frustration levels. Like, what do they do that bothers
Scale of
you?
1 to 10.
No, but I did make a joke at dinner last night. We had breakfast for dinner, and
Who were you at dinner with?
it was at her house. They made breakfast, and
For dinner.
they were saying like everything they did, and it comes to me. I'm like, yeah, I just got here, just sat down, and just came to eat. And then her dad's like, good, you're doing the dishes.
Well, no, I brought a lot to this, including delightful conversation,
Laughs.
as well as tons of laughs.
positive affirmations
So
for the group.
I had to do a little bit of dishes last night.
There you go.
That's fair. Oh, it is time for breaking news. Live Golf is the news of golf. Guys, some brand new exciting news that I am over the top pumped about. It has been confirmed. Full Swing Season 4 is happening. Of course, as we know, the sensationalized Netflix series based around our favorite thing, well, at least mine, golf. Well, here's the important detail. Season 4 concluded where the final episode will be wrapping up at the Ryder Cup. So taking us inside to the chaotic, drama-filled Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black. Guys, I cannot wait. I told you this before. I wanted Keegan Bradley to win so we could see how it all went, how it all unfolded, and rarely does the loser get to tell their story. Well, I feel like we might actually get it. I am pumped. Full Swing Season 4 is cooking.
You understand that means we have to relive the trauma, right?
I'm so interested. I don't care. I don't know. I'm interested.
It's gonna be
It's
painful.
fine.
We also had Tiger this week, who
Whoa.
is back on the course. Throw the video on the screen for us. He was, just messing with the ball, doing the little whatever. What do you call it? Hacky sacking,
Yeah,
kind
sure.
of
Golf ball type one?
Yeah, whatever. And then he goes and hits a couple wedge shots and put one pretty close.
Here we go.
Look at him walking up.
Full-blown camera crew with the steady cam.
I think the caption was like, "Look at the swag on him" or something.
he's
carrying
doing it with
all the
3
clubs,
clubs at
like-
once. High flop,
Just like
sitting
That one's
soft.
solid.
look at that
And then
back.
check out this second one's. This second one's the best.
I am Hazel rocketing that thing beyond the palm trees.
right. No,
Look
it
at it
just rolls
getting
right.
right.
That's my favorite hole-in-one or my
He
favorite
didn't
shot
make
to
it,
hit.
but he got
That
close.
is, yeah.
Guys, he's got one more major in him.
Oh yeah,
Come on. 2 more.
Two more.
That's all we need.
2 masters.
It's fine. Take it away, Josh.
Before he jumps in, Dr. Benstone said, I'm 52. My serious golf days are over. LOL. Just hitting and giggling.
You know what?
Like, I
There's
love
something
that.
fun about just out there to appreciate the game.
Yeah. And then next thing he says, he's ready for the senior tour. Oh, calm down. I don't know if I'm buying that one. I think he's referencing good old Tiger.
All right. So I have been scrolling through social medias and I found someone doing the Bryson DeChambeau over the house challenge. Guy by the name of Bloody Lovely Golf decided he wanted to have his take on this, but
I hope he takes out a
Day
window.
37, Bryson DeChambeau challenge.
this is day 37. He is currently on day 58, but I wanted to show this one
37 of the Bryson
because
DeChambeau. Oh,
it
the
is
house.
absolutely ridiculous.
It's the book
I
of
wanted
the
to take out
challenge.
the mirror of the car.
Yeah, and then into
Oh,
the
the car.
window.
Yes.
Set the neighbor's house.
I tell you what, I do not
We're
trust
doing it.
myself with a wedge anywhere near enough to do this.
Not 57 days.
Oh.
Straight sideways. Like, why
counts.
is the car
He's
here?
doing it again. Doing it right next.
Maybe it's because he doesn't hit his neighbor's window.
He keeps reloading.
Is this real?
Into the same
Get
divot.
off ground. Yeah, but good to.
That still hit something.
At least roof.
Yeah.
How many
Hey.
balls does he have to hit a day now? Like 78?
He's at
I don't know.
37, right?
But
The real
yeah,
question, Dan, is when are you going to let us do this at your house?
So the funny thing is about this. Now we're on 58, right? He's got a tee.
Oh,
it's
God.
lifted so far up so he could get under, and he's still not getting it over.
Dude,
That is just a bad choice
So,
in life.
I would definitely never do that over my own house. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. If someone else, they're like, hey, I'm volunteering the house. Feel free, go ahead.
I would do it over yours.
Yeah, totally. I'll do
For
it.
sure. Into it.
All right, and in other big news, we have the TGL schedule is out.
Nice. Hey! Now we're talking, guys. We got some sports in the lineup that I can get on board with.
So we got
Golf.
As always,
No, I like
right?
this golf thing.
You know what? I could get into this.
I am looking forward to TGL so much. It's going to be so good. First one's coming out is December 28th. That's when we got opening weekend.
And I like that they're throwing it on ABC. It's hitting the big boy network there to kick the season off.
Then after that, I will say the schedule's kind of, let's just take some dice, roll some numbers, and we'll just pick a day to play. Like there's not huge
I'd
consistency.
be willing to bet there was a reason that they had to fill certain time slots.
Yeah.
I have a theory.
Go
If
on.
we look here, there's 15 games, right? The first 8 are from December 28th to February 9th, so like 6 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever. Yeah. And then once the Super Bowl ends, which I think is February 10th, all of a sudden in the next 2 weeks, there's the second half of the games comes bang, 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 bang. Now it's 2 a days. So I think maybe it's something to do with the Super Bowl.
Or football.
Yeah, well, that's football.
And then we got a bunch of college basketball going on.
Yeah.
March Madness coming through.
Well,
but,
they kind of beat March Madness.
but I mean, we are,
did.
I will say, so it's the 2nd, the 6th, the 13th, 20th. You can read the whole schedule. You don't have to put it all up there. But the tough part is because there's some 5s, there's some 7s, there's some Mondays, there's some Tuesdays. You know, I do like at the very end, though, when they're March 1st and then March 2nd and then March 3rd for kind of like the playoffs. Or
Big rally home.
To rally home the 3 days.
Also, that is the same weekend as the Cognizant Classic, which is literally right down the street. And I believe March 2nd is the Sunday, the night. So after that person wins whatever trophy, coming on later that night will be then the TGL match.
That's awesome.
But I would imagine it would be pretty evident the players that are just completely choosing not to play in the Cognizant. They're like, yeah, we're just not. We're totally free.
So
We
here's
got all the time.
will they sub in some of the guys who are playing and not playing for those 3 days?
I don't know. Or like, is it like Ryder Cup where it's like, you get 2 matches a day, you're playing all night.
There's an envelope.
You get the envelope. But I again, I don't have my travel schedule planned. I went to a ton of these last year. I'm planning on going to a ton more this year. But I think I want to try and do like the double duty and hit like Cognizant Classic by day, cover that, and then be over to TGL by night. So much sunburn, you know what I mean? Like coming inside, it'd be great. Kind of pumped about that.
I'm kind of excited. We were talking about as a group for a lot of the TGLs trying to run lives while we're doing it. So doing a little watch along and stuff like that.
And me and Josh are, well, his team is New York, and I had to pick a team this year, and I'm also going with New York with Xander.
Wow. So you guys are teammates.
Yes.
There we go.
You're picking my team?
I'm picking your team.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, after your team took me out too and live, which we don't have to talk about that. But yeah, I'm going to root for Americans, and there's a lot of Americans on New York.
Yes,
Now,
that is
in a lot of other sports, people like argue against somebody who doesn't root for the same team as them. It's almost like you're trying to like create converts to get people to root for the team that you root for and to, agree with your confirmation bias.
Super your confirmation bias.
I'm shocked a little bit, Josh, that you're not super excited that you have a.
I want my own team, man.
Yeah, I'm sure you do, buddy. I'm sure you do.
Which team was that?
New York. That's Xander's team.
NYGC.
Well, for my pick this year, I'm going New York.
Welcome. Welcome in.
All right, early predictions. Is that who you're taking for the whole thing? You guys
Yes.
picking them as an early winner?
I got them winning.
Nice. Rich?
I mean, LAGC, you got Tommy, you got Sahith, you got Colin Morikawa, Justin Rose. Like,
Someone didn't fit in there.
I was a big LAGC fan, obviously, especially because Tommy Fleetwood, the whole deal.
So good.
I never found any merch I loved.
That is tough.
Yeah. It just wasn't like my personal vibe. But, I don't know. Do you think Atlanta's going to come back and do it again? Do you think that they've got like a dominant sweep? Billy Horschel,
It's JT, right?
JT,
Yeah.
Billy Horsch,
I don't think so.
Patrick Cantlay.
I mean, JT and Patrick Cantlay are coming off a big weekend.
I think it's going to be NYGC, then it's going to be LA, then it's going to be Boston, then it's going to be the Bay, and then it's going to be
Drive.
the Drive.
So Drive goes from 1 to 5, you think?
And you think Jupiter is not even like worth talking about with
I hate to say it, but
Kiz.
no. I hate to say it, but no.
Dr. Benstone here says, does TGL have a future?
I think because of this willingness to fit the available time slots, that it makes it, easier to keep around. You know what I mean? Because it has the ability to be so flexible that maybe that gives it a little more life. So it's not, guys, listen, we need Tuesdays at 7. You guys are out of here. Like we need that spot.
Oh, here's my thing, and maybe this is a little bit too meta for the whole thing, but I feel like going with ESPN, obviously it's the big sports one, you want to be on ESPN, but the competition is way higher then. Like you're struggling for time slots because you're on ESPN. If they were on a CBS or an NBC, what are they broadcasting for sports in end of February?
Well, I guess, right. So do you want to pick like a strong home of sports so it's legitimizing and, the whole thing? Or do you go to like Spike TV where they got a ton of room?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Is Spike TV even around?
I have no idea.
Chance. No chance.
I mean, personally, I think it fits in great because they do a lot of Tuesday games, a lot of stuff like that. Like there's no good sports on Tuesday. I mean, a college basketball game might be on.
That's their only competition.
And you also got to keep in mind the best times are usually like your Friday, Saturday, Sunday slots, and those are all taken up because they'll be playing. And Thursday.
And with it being the literal off season of golf, right? There's not big championships for the most part of the time at all. I mean, you're talking about the very end. You have one event that you're talking about. The March 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Right. Wraps up well before the first major of the season.
Right.
I think like the only thing that takes place within that window is like waste management and
That's a lot of
Pebble,
fun.
maybe, you know what I mean? But again, that's the very end of the season.
Which didn't Rory have to play both of those?
Yeah, well, there was a
couple
whole.
of guys.
They were like, "Hey guys, we got to wrap up this press conference because all of these guys are going to get on a jet right now to go straight to Pebble Beach. So we're done. We got to get out of here."
That's
a hike.
That's a hike.
Well, with this back half of the schedule, Dan, it's actually pretty good for you because now you only got to, I mean, that's 2 trips to TGL for 8 or 7 matches.
And I also like when they are back to back because then I can get some golf in the next morning.
There you go. Yeah.
'Cause for a lot of them, I would fly out like for a Monday match. I would get on like a 5 a.m. flight, land down there like 10, 11 or 12, whatever, get my rental car. Like if I can check in early to my hotel, try and like clean up. If not, I'm like literally changing in the parking lot like a weirdo. And then I'm doing the match. And then I'm on
that
like,
makes you the weirdo.
thank you. And then I'm on like a 6 a.m. flight back the next morning. Like I'm not even bringing the clubs. But when you got the 2 days in a row, bring the clubs, you got a little time to golf, got to swoop out and play some Panther National last time.
There you go. ask JT a question about yourself.
Yeah. You guys are the celebrities and some of the greatest golfers in the world, but let's talk about me
For just a second.
way more importantly.
Let's touch on me for a second.
I feel my rooting for Boston Common or for the Boston team is going to solely depend on Keegan's facial hair. If he's got the mustache, I'm Team Boston. If he doesn't, I'm picking somebody.
There's one 5'11" reason why I will not root for Boston.
Again, though, when we were down there, that 5'11" reason, like I really, my heart went out to him when he had to field all of these reporters asking insane questions that just didn't matter at all. And like, he's just like, has to still come up and put a smile on his face. And the other three are just standing there like, nothing. We know those questions for you.
I like to think Keegan's going to get some press this time around.
That's what happens when you're world number 2. You get asked the stupid questions.
Right, that's why
by
I'm
me.
That's my thing is like you want to keep complaining about how you're being asked all these questions and they're bombarding you. It's like, well, you're the second ranked golfer in the world. You're in the top 2 or 3 most famous golfers in the world. Yeah. That'd be like Beyonce being like, why does everyone want to talk to me and interview me? You're Beyonce.
You're Beyonce.
Come on.
Everyone.
He is a little prima donna.
Here's a question.
Beyonce?
Oh, Rory.
Question. As we know, Keegan Bradley, his history with the Ryder Cup, his last Ryder Cup he played in, he like kept that suitcase packed for like a decade just because the wound was still too fresh. Do you think by December 28th, or at least early in the season, will it still be too fresh for me to ask him if the facial hair had any sort of, I don't know, factor into the Ryder Cup?
Yeah, I wouldn't bring that up.
Well, it's going to depend. If he has the mustache on opening day of TGL, then it's definitely game on.
Yeah.
Like he got worried. You can't be like, you can't say it's own fault that you lost the Ryder Cup.
No, it's his own
mustache.
fault for getting mustache questions if he brings it back.
I mean,
It's like you brought this up. You have the mustache on.
If he's skin-lipped, no. You can't ask him.
This is so weird.
Terrible take.
I actually don't. I think it's
drop.
enough time.
That is definitely a new drop.
I think it's plenty of time though. I mustache or not, I think you can ask that question. It'll be 3 months at that point.
Now, other question.
I just wait. I don't think you can frame. Do you think we lost the Ryder Cup because you didn't grow your mustache?
I'm just saying, do you feel that it had any form of factor on the outcome?
No. And do you think like there's a part of them that like they probably sometimes know you as like the salty balls guy. Like they know you ask wacky questions from time to time.
Like, here we go.
Big blank Rick, you know?
Justin Thomas, I'm playing at your course. Tell me what I should do.
Yes.
Like I feel
Max
like
Homa, you ever getting back on Twitter?
Right.
And that's what matters right now.
Right. And if Keegan knows that you are that guy, or he sees you ask maybe Rory a wacky question or something, maybe he won't care then.
I mean, maybe you could word it something like to the effect of, I see you got the new mustache after something. That the devastating loss at the Ryder Cup, is this just kind of
bloodbath on that page?
Which we only lost by
literally
one, by one in a tie.
If you look at the final score, you would never know that we were borderline a global embarrassment.
But something about the heartbreak of the Ryder Cup. Is the mustache just a sign of you're moving forward and you're moving on? Or
here's the other thing I think would be great. There's always sort of like the team leader, obviously like Tiger Woods. Like, you know what I mean? He's the leader of the team. It's not Tom Kim. You know what I mean? It's Tiger Woods. And, I referred to Ricky Fowler as sort of the captain or the leader, the senior member of New York. Would it be offensive to refer to Keegan Bradley as the captain of Boston, being the captain over Rory?
I would definitely say that. That's something that would be funny.
Is that spicy?
That is.
Or ask Rory what like his assistant captain rules are.
As the vice captain here. That could be spicy.
Something to the line of, Rory, do you ever hope to be a captain like Keegan? Or like,
God.
That would be so good.
He's like, no, I don't hope to be one like him. Wow.
Too soon.
Who would you say the captain of LAGC is?
Max Homa, of
No.
course.
Kyle Morikawa, Sahith, Justin Rose, Tommy
I
Fleetwood.
think that's Morikawa's team.
Yeah.
I feel like Morikawa took that leadership role.
Agreed.
Like Tommy Fleetwood isn't just like the, hey, whatever I say goes kind of a guy.
Yeah, Tommy's just so laid back.
He's like, we're golfing and I'm excited to be here.
Well,
It's a nice time.
Look at it from here. On the website, the top person should be like the captain because they're not in alphabetical order.
Photoshop decides.
All right.
This is the last thing I want to say about TGL, and I do like TGL. I don't understand the point of making the teams locations when it's like the players on the team have, why is the Bay for some reason all European teams? Because it seems like they wanted to theme them by something, but then the team location doesn't match that theme. You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I'm curious of is because you also see a lot of times the ownership is regional to the location. Right. So you've got the Fenway Sports Group is a big investor in the Boston Commons. So is that helpful to them in terms of, the guy who founded LinkedIn owns LA?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I also think it's something to do with fandom, right? Like this is a whole new thing. This is a whole new series, whole new whatever. You're definitely pulling in people that aren't that into golf, watching this whole spectacle of being indoor golf, sim golf, stuff like that. So to have a team of, I'm from Chicago. I wish Chicago had a team.
A reason to root for a team. Yeah, I got you.
Right.
All right, legitimate question. Do you think TGL, this thing that's way different than the golf we watch every weekend, gets people who just don't watch golf? I don't watch golf. They're like, what's this? This is really fun and entertaining and I'll tune in. Or is this for super golf fans? Where you're like, I'm so into golf that I'm even going to watch like this version of golf.
I feel like it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
I think the purpose of it was the former, where getting people that aren't into golf. I think the effectiveness has been the latter. I think it's more people watching it that are golf.
People are clearly already fans of these guys.
Look at all the celebrities that were involved last year. People you wouldn't even think would even hold a golf club.
Paid appearances.
I think one of the big things is this is a very bar friendly thing to watch. On a Tuesday night, there's nothing going on. You're out, you're having dinner, you're doing whatever, and you got the sports game on, whatever the TV is, which we're all going to watch whatever sports game it is. And it happens to be TGL. And I think that it's just so watchable.
Can you gamble on TGL?
I totally agree with that.
Can you gamble on TGL?
I mean, yes. That just depends on where.
I'm saying, is it on mainstream sports books?
I think so.
I think so.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Now, I say we go hard this year.
Now,
that is one thing. That is a thing that creates interest in sports. Like the same, that football league, the UFL. You can't gamble on that. Why would anybody be interested?
For not being a sponsor ever.
Yeah.
There's other football leagues.
Yeah. So I'm pretty confident the UFL doesn't have enough money. I don't think.
Speaking of betting,
for our big show,
we owe them now for bringing it up.
How much?
Another show with no money.
What do you think? Do you guys think that there will be a hole-in-one this year at TGL?
It was so close so many times last year. Yeah, I'm gonna take hole-in-one.
They had a hole-in-one in practice.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just gonna happen. It's just a matter of time.
Tommy
Hole-in-one's at 0.5. You taking the over?
Tommy was the one that hit the hole-in-one, right?
Yeah, he's dialed.
Of course, dialed.
No, it's 199, Tiger.
Right. So Dr. Ben Stone today says if Keegan would have played, they probably would have won. I think he's talking about the Ryder Cup.
That is spicier than Tapatio.
That is pretty much, I think all four of us agree with that.
I don't.
Ooh.
I think we played better golf than people give us credit for, us being the U.S. I think Europe just played out of their minds, and Keegan playing doesn't affect how Europe plays.
I think Keegan grabs us 1 or 2 points on Thursday or Friday.
With
it all depends.
I don't think so.
You mean to tell me you guys don't think he's getting stash points?
What's happening? What does that even mean?
Mustache.
I would rather I would have rather seen P. Reed or Brooks Koepka in that position.
Not Brooks, no.
Or Phil. I would have seen either of those three rather than Keegan.
I don't agree with that.
Keegan player, Phil captain. Dude, we swept him.
Just get Gary player in there.
Swept him.
I don't want Phil being the head captain. I want him to be an assistant captain.
No, I want him taking all those pressers.
Well,
and I'm like, and he's like, hold on, I'm tweeting.
I want
anyway, what'd you say?
Wait, didn't 1 year in the presser he was talking smack about how bad the captain was?
I don't know. I don't recall that.
I think it was I think it was one of his last Ryder Cups.
Hey, we just got our first gift on the live.
No way.
That's right.
Ben Stone with the lightning
Dr.
bolt.
Ben Stone sending the lightning bolt. Let's go. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm missing it.
Hold on.
There it is. Let's go.
Hey, did you guys hear about this billionaire who built a $50 million golf course? And this is the title of the article. So his wife had a place to swing like an idiot.
That should have segued into our last hypothetical question.
Yeah. I mean, how crazy is that? So this dude, billionaire dude, David Halbert, Guy founded some like text bioscience company. He's in the Forbes 400 list. And he decides that he has a no budget 18-hole golf course he wants to build on his property in Texas. And he employs no one else, none other than Tom Fazio, to come out and do this thing, which to me is wild. To get Tom Fazio, the guy, he's done redesigns on Augusta National, Shadow Creek, like the #1 public golf course, like in the world in terms of what it cost. Pinehurst #8, all kinds of stuff. Grove 23, he built Michael Jordan's golf course. Billionaire has the guy build his own private backyard golf course because his wife wants one.
Which your clip on Grove 23 is absolute electric.
Thank you.
Just going through and talking about how competitive Michael Jordan is. He designs a golf course for his own game.
Yeah, like if you out hit me, it's worse to hit there.
It's worse to hit there
Yeah.
because there's all the water and all the everything. Yeah, it's so good.
To swing like an idiot is wild. I tell you what, you could say a lot when you're a billionaire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you make,
Did he actually say that?
well, the quote actually was kind of twisted for the article, but it's funnier that way. The wife actually said it.
No, really?
Yeah, he's like, build me a place so I can go out there and swing like an idiot.
That's even funnier.
I
Like, I
know.
love it.
It makes it great.
He fed her that line.
Right?
He just created Bunker Hill Farms too.
Dude. The fun thing is, though, is his goal is once the grass grows in is to start inviting guys out. Like he wants Scotty Scheffler to come out and play it, and he'd love for like Tiger and JT and all these guys. He mentioned them in the article, but
I wonder how difficult the course is, like scale 1 to 10.
he said it is a full-blown professional level. I think it was like a 7,200-yard golf course, like the championship tees. And it costs around an estimated the same price to maintain his G550 per year, about $3.5 million, is what it costs to maintain this golf course annually. So not only was it a $50 million downstroke, another $3.5 million a year just
per year.
keep this thing up and running, and there are 0 memberships. Like it's literally for him, his family, and his friends. Like that's it.
Dude, it's just like Bunker Hill.
It is literally
Like,
it's
You can't
wild.
go play Bunker Hill. Like that's awesome.
I also think it's interesting when people say like we had no budget, like, and can really mean that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like be like, oh, we had no order whatever you want at dinner tonight. You know what I mean? Like, but that can only go so far. Like, you know, like how many fried raviolis are you really gonna get?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
gold foil steaks are you going to eat?
How many crab legs you gonna eat?
How many the salt bake of a thing? Thank you. So glad you did that. I know that's wild. I have no hobbies that afford me that sort of luxury. Unfortunately, whatever.
So
It's
crazy.
fine.
But obviously he likes to play golf with his wife. Right?
Well, he's going to build his own. Well, that one's yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting Robert Trent Jones. I think he's dead. I don't know.
How old is
Rest
this
in
guy?
peace.
Do we know?
Make an estimate off that picture. I'd say
65.
Oh, I was thinking like 78.
Oh,
Well, he
geez.
does
All right,
own
now I got
like
it.
a bioscience medical company, so he could also be 206.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Not
Tony
sure.
Stark.
Since I got to look this up now.
What's the guy's name?
David Halbert.
Wonder if
David
he's-
D. Halbert.
wonder
Whenever
if-
you use your middle
Yeah.
initial,
Oh yeah.
it's just
Wonder if he's
loaded.
related to Jim.
He was born in 56. So what does math say there?
69.
could be anything.
Right?
Nice.
69. Is that right? Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God. I
So
don't want to grow
terrible.
up. All right, hypothetical for you guys.
Talk to me.
A lot of these big athletes, you know, they either have already had their own logos. We've seen, obviously, Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Caitlin Clark just released her own logo. Do you think there is a pro golfer who has the stature, the fandom, the following, the presence to launch their own logo and line like we saw for the Tiger Woods brand underneath Nike?
There,
What do you think?
there already are.
Who?
Bryson DeChambeau.
That's-
JT.
Bryson DeChambeau has his own logo.
Yeah, it's the BD.
Yeah, but he has the BD, but you can't go in like, you know, the PGA Tour Superstore and like see the entire line and get the shoes and the hat and like all the stuff.
What about JT
Same
at
thing.
Panther?
Panther National is his golf course he designed, but that's not him. And he's sponsored by Grayson, and he just wears Grayson. He doesn't have like the JT logo underneath the Grayson umbrella.
Here's what's going to be interesting is Bryson, does he start wearing his logo if he moves away from TGL? Because right now he always wears the Crushers.
You mean Liv?
Liv, sorry.
Yeah.
He always wears the Crushers. He always wears all that for anything he does anywhere.
And he usually has the BD or the bad B80. That's his like full initials, like that patch on his sleeve.
I never noticed that.
So he's like incorporating it, but yet we don't have like the BD line of whatever via Reebok.
Wait,
Maybe it's coming.
He just says bad on his arm.
Well, it's you got to see it. It's like a shield that
I see.
is his logo.
It's his middle name, like Allen or something. Like that.
What's so funny is I type in Bryson DeChambeau logo and it's just Crushers logos everywhere.
Oh. Well, they got them in like a 360. There's got to be something in their deals where it's like, if we ever see you not wearing your team gear in public, it's over.
I also think just Bryson's a brand ambassador.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and he embraces Liv completely. He wants Liv to succeed. And I think he loves going out and playing those majors, wearing all the Liv gear.
Oh, yeah.
And being in first and winning. And, you know, and and I got Liv stuff on PGA. What are you doing now?
PGA America or
PGA
PGA
America.
Tour?
I found so Bryson DeChambeau does sell his own stuff.
On his website.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a full merch line on the websites, which.
Yeah, but it's also got Crusher stuff on there too.
Yeah.
It's got his stuff and Crusher stuff.
But you mean like a full merch line that you can see in a store or
Or
a
like
pro
they
shop?
launch it like, you know, what we see from some of these other brands, like where
Like
you
a
can
good
wear
good?
like a good.
Can you buy good in stores?
Yeah,
You
Dick's.
can.
Yeah.
Like Dick's Sporting Goods, they
Yeah.
have there? Okay.
I got two good shirts from Dick's Sporting Goods.
Scotty Scheffler.
He definitely needs one.
I mean, beyond world number one, but do you think he's created like enough of an impact where kids want to go out and get like the SS logo?
I'm 27. I want to go get it.
Yeah, totally.
Well, somebody in the chat said they get paid too much to switch over their line from their regular sponsorship deal. So that could be part of the reason why
It's
they
got to be
don't
like a
wanna do
tipping point where, you know, I mean, like, you know, Michael Jordan, obviously the GOAT. It was different for him where it made more sense.
that. Continue.
I love it.
You were making a point, right? Yeah.
It made more sense for him to be a part of launching an entire new shoe line instead of just wearing the shoe brand.
Correct.
Greatest of all
Same
time.
thing. Tiger Woods, he was a Nike guy, but it made more sense to launch an entire brand around him than just to wear the logo itself.
What's so crazy is Jordan did it from jump. Like from starting when his signing his first shoe deal. Like he's like, I want a piece of that, and I'm gonna go with Nike, even though Adidas was the huge sneaker back then, the huge one. Nike was not even. I mean, I'm not gonna say a blip on the radar, but compared to Adidas, Nike was nothing. And for him to go, I want a piece of that, and I'm gonna do that. And I mean, now he's
It's literally like the GOAT of deal making.
yes,
Too.
so good. But that he believed in himself.
That one I can get behind a little bit more. I mean,
Hey, you don't see LeBron have his own
because he's focused on
stores.
basketball.
I do also see LeBron wear 23.
He's focused on basketball.
Folks are crying.
What are we doing here?
My favorite is the LeBron fat head of him crying.
Speaking of games, don't we have a game play or something? Right? Maybe I'm misremembering that. Yeah. Something like that.
But here's a question. Do you think Bryson or Scotty Scheffler is a more recognizable or bigger name?
That one's tough because you got to look at it at different perspectives. Scotty isn't your typical Scotty's your typical pro golfer. You know, straight pro golf. He does YouTube stuff here and there, but it's not like we're DeChambeau. He doesn't just get the following from the tournaments. He's getting it from the internet. So I don't know. It might seem like Bryson should get his own full clothing line before Scotty just because of that fact, but I don't think either of them will.
I got a hot take. I think right now, alive, not include. Well, is Arnold Palmer alive?
No.
Okay. I think Bryson might be the third most famous golfer to the regular people alive. I think it's Tiger, Phil, Bryson.
Ooh.
I think he's 3. I think he's more famous than Scotty.
Yeah.
I think so. And Rory.
What about John
Well,
Daly?
international stuff. John Daly too. John Daly might be up there. Yeah.
John Daly's
John
3.
Daly's probably above.
He's in
Bryson.
top 5.
Yeah.
The chat says Rory got $200 million in 2013 from Nike, guaranteed.
It was a $10 million deal over, $200 million for 10 years. 10 year. It was a 10-year, $20 million deal.
Yeah. 20 per.
I wonder if are they cutting? Are you getting monthly checks? Are you getting like once a year? Just here's 10 mil deposit into your bank account?
Or was it like Fridays at 4 when work lets out?
Right.
Like
You get your
Or 9 figures up front.
Like,
Cash.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He's just like trying to pick it all up off the ground.
Yeah, could you imagine, dude? He runs that up on the sports book.
Oh,
You know
my
what I mean?
God.
He could quadruple that overnight.
They put him in one of those tubes where it blows all the wind and you got to try to grab the money.
That's one of the things that always scares me about Jordan. Is I just feel like one day you're gonna find out like Jordan has no more money because he was betting golf at his golf course.
Yeah, but he didn't.
like-
He didn't get suspended for gambling though. He totally quit and played baseball.
Hey, fair enough.
Goat move.
There
Goat
you go.
move.
But his
Hey, I'm a
dad
gambler
also
myself.
died,
I
too.
can't-
Hey, he came back and still won 3 championships.
Yeah, well, he didn't get worse. Yeah,
Yeah, he stayed the best.
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah, correct.
Of all time.
I have no horse in this race at all. Like, I don't even
Right.
watch
So just jump
any
on
of
my
these.
team. Look, we're on the same desk, Dan. Come on, bro.
The hacksaw.
These kids that were born with 2000s in their birth date, man, they just don't think right.
Jordan was playing for 3 years after you were born. You did not watch Jordan
What a
play
time to be
basketball.
alive.
You
I wa-
absolutely did not see Michael
I
Jordan play
was there
basketball.
though. I was there.
All right,
get the
guys.
reference.
That's all we got. We're good?
Yep.
Yep.
We're out.
Good as good can be.
That's it for this week's episode, edition, whatever you want to call it. Is it edition? Is it episode? Is it
Episode.
Occurrence.
occurrence? That's it for this week's occurrence on the Dan's Golf World Show, brought to you by the one and only Sports Illustrated, now on SITV. Click follow on Spotify if that's where you're listening.
184 days to the next one.